Treasury debt buyback operation preliminary announcement. So obviously the title states that they have bought, but no, this is preliminary announcement, which means they could go and potentially end up doing this. This is massive for crypto and stocks, and we're going to get a little bit more into that. If this does end up happening, this is highlighting a lot of big things, and you can see this for yourself. Operation date September 3rd. So we're going to come back to that, but welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP holders. Appreciate all the love that you guys show on a regular day-to-day basis. As far as the broader market is concerned, we did not see overall a bad day. Market's still looking really good. We did start off on a really positive note. We were anticipating that coming out of the long weekend, and as we are going into Wednesday morning, majority of the market is carrying on that momentum, which is great to see, of course. As far as XRP's price is concerned, currently sitting at $2.82, up 1% in USD, and we're up about 0.3% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation 167.5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at $7 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So the reason why this is such a big deal is we've been talking about a rate cut, right? We've been talking about rate cut this, rate cut that, and a lot of anticipation that this month is where that rate cut could really take place. But what this out here means is something even bigger. If Treasury is going out to buy their debt, pretty much buying bonds, they're pretty much trying to, in a way, refinance at a cheaper level, which puts, obviously, when yields are dropping, right, obviously interest rates are dropping, investors would think, you know what, it's not as lucrative anymore for me. Maybe I should start looking into riskier assets such as stocks or crypto, and that's where the liquidity flows into these markets. So in terms of a timing aspect, things are starting to make sense, specifically the rate cut. The rate cut is where this all is aligning. All these puzzle pieces are starting to align. A big thing here. We want to obviously keep this in mind, and obviously I'll keep you guys updated as we do get a little bit more information. But one thing is, it's preliminary announcement. But with that said, let's continue to take a look at what's happening. So Ethereum validators entry queue hits 2-year high with over 860,000 Ethereum worth its 3.7 billion waiting to be staked. And shout out to X Finance, says that's a serious backlog, shows growing confidence in Ethereum staking. And around 332.8 million of Bitcoin were bought, while 135.3 million of Ethereum were sold on September 3rd, which kind of explains what's happening, because dominance did wick up to the likes of 58.84%. BTC on the other hand, it did see this push towards the upside. We did come up to the 112,000 almost, but not really breaking out of there. So far so good, but again, not out of the woods just yet. You guys know we're looking for confirmation, and as of now, we're not at those levels, but we're going to take it one step at a time. But speaking about a rate cut, look at this. Treasury, Secretary Scott Bessent will begin interviewing candidates for the next Fed chair on Friday, per Wall Street Journal. So they're actually looking to replace Jerome Powell, which is, again, quite interesting to see. Do let me know your thoughts on that, and who do you think is the best candidate. But remember, alternative rails like Ripple have been successful, but if you do it with if you do a bit of digging, you sometimes find that they still work with Swift. Remember those connections. Some big news though today. It was some major news. So in a rare show of unity, SEC and CFTC staff just issued a joint statement clarifying that SEC and CFTC's registered exchanges are not prohibited from facilitating the trading of certain spot crypto asset products. Chair Pal Atkins says market participants should have the freedom to choose where they trade spot crypto assets. CFTC Acting Chair Caroline Pham says, under the prior administration, our agency sent mixed signals about regulation and compliance in digital asset markets, but the message was clear. Innovation was not welcome. The chapter is over, meaning, we're starting to go into the new era where, we're starting to kind of make everything clear. And that was literally not the case under the previous administration. And you can really see how far things have come. And this is something a lot of people forget, but again, a continuous reminder for not to overlook this. But the move marks a major step in the agency's Project Crypto and Crypto Sprint initiatives aimed at coordinating oversight while expanding venue choice and optionality for U.S. market participants. And to the dear XRP community, this is our take about how it's going. RLUSD on Ethereum doesn't replace XRP, but it makes XRPL more liquid, more connected to DeFi, and more attractive for institutions. That increases demand for XRP as a bridge asset in Ripple ODL via Flare networks. Greatness. And of course, we've already discussed that, but look at this. Finally, direct confirmation. So Ripple and Thunes are combining Thunes network with Ripple blockchain powered payment solution to allow Ripple enterprise customers to more easily withdraw funds in new currencies and countries. This has always been hard to confirm and print. And then quotes indicate blockchain assets. By supporting real-time settlement and deep local integrations, we are enabling digital asset companies to deliver seamless, compliant, and accessible cross-border payments at scale. This is obviously according to Thunes. This partnership not only facilitates seamless, low-cost transactions, but also supports the growing demand for innovative blockchain-powered financial solutions globally. And that is coming from Ripple themselves. But now, let's talk about the price. As far as the dominance is concerned, we're sitting at 58.62%. Have seen a little bit of an uptick, but we have seen quite a sharp move towards the upside since August 31st. We were sitting at 57.8%, but we did come up almost a percent. But we have seen a little bit of a retracement as far as the dominance is concerned. BTC currently sitting at $110,700 right now. Still having a hard time breaking out at 112K level, which was a support for us after breaking below 115. And as of now, it is holding good. So far, the 23.6 key support line is showing me that might have been the, bottom before we start the next wave. But as of now, we're not out of the woods yet. We still need to look for confirmations. As far as XRP is concerned, holding really nicely. We did come up to $2.87 a few hours back. Have seen a little bit of a minor pullback. So far, so good. Nice consolidation. We need to zoom out, take a look at the bigger picture. And as I stated to you guys before, I am projecting for us to, get back up to the $2.90 much quicker than a lot of people think. And literally, we came up to $2.87 literally just a few hours back. So that tells you everything you need to know in terms of how good XRP is holding. We've got to take it one step at a time. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.